friends, hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. So, hello, today we are going to be doing just a good old-fashioned haul. I have bought a decent amount of stuff, just like stuff, in the past, I would say like 2 to 3 months, mostly because with the house, I had been saving money for the house for a while. I was saving it pretty much the majority of this past year, been saving money, and then we were getting down to like finishing stuff and I had a lot left over. And I have been trying to stick to a budget, and that's not something I really talk about on my channel anymore, but I do have somewhat of like a beauty budget. And for the most part, I've done really well with that, but because of the stress of moving and because of the stress of starting school and doing all of those things, I have definitely splurged a little bit the past summer. There's basically stuff I bought this summer, and I just wanted to, I don't know, show you guys. With the Sephora sale, the now Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, which I really haven't bought anything, but I'm gonna buy one more thing from that sale, and with just like new releases in general, I have bought a few things, and I did want to share those with you guys. So this is going to be kind of like a makeup and lifestyle haul, because I did buy a couple of like lifestyle things, and there's also a few things in here that I was sent via PR that I would like to talk about. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm sweating. It's so hot today. I'm doing this so carefully because it's lit. It's lit. This is from a brand called Lumi, and this is from their Oud Wood Home Fragrance Collection. That's what this is. I was sent this via Octoly. The brand sent me 3 different things. There were 2 candles that are both really, really pretty. I'll insert pictures of the other ones. And there was also a little like wood diffuser where you like flip it over and it like has that scent. I've been loving these. Okay, I'm like kind of a Bed Bath & Body Works candle. I don't want to say the word like whore, but like I am. I literally am obsessed with those candles. Anytime there's sales, I stock up on those candles because I love them. However, I just am a candle fiend in general. Like going to Marshall's, I usually buy a candle at checkout because they have all of them beautifully displayed right there. I love candles. This candle in particular, I like it a lot. I think the burn time is really nice. You can see I've barely made a dent in it, but I've burned it. I would say I've probably burned this between like 10 to 12 hours at this point, and I've barely even made a dent. Another interesting thing about these is that the little tins they come in and the little holders they come in are reusable, which I think is pretty cool because then you could just like use them for something else or just stick another candle in there. Call it a day. I actually really like these, and the price is not that expensive. They're pretty affordable. I'll have them linked in the description box so you can go check them out if you want to, but this was something that I got in PR that I technically like didn't buy, but I still want to haul it because I really like it. It smells so good. It's really good for the transition from summer to fall because it's not full-blown pumpkin spice, which I do kind of want, but it's not like full-blown pumpkin spice, but it's not like linen. It's like a nice mix between a deeper scent and a more springy scent, and I do really enjoy that. So that is the first more lifestyle-y thing that I got in the past couple months. The other thing I want to talk about, okay, so if you watched my purse collection, you'll know that I do have quite a few purses, and my favorite bags of like all time are Kate Spade bags. I love Kate Spade bags, but I only own one, and that's because they're expensive. They're like, I can't do it. Like I can never justify buying her bags because they're so expensive. She recently had this like phenomenal sale. It was such a good sale. And then you got like an extra like 20% off on top of the already really discounted purses. I don't know what went through me, but I just decided to buy one. I actually got this for a really good deal. This bag is normally I think like $350, and I think I ended up getting it for like $57, somewhere in that range with the added discount. So this is my new little Kate Spade tote. I love this. I love this so much. I think it is perfect. I've actually been using this. I didn't buy a book bag this year. Normally I buy like a book bag, or I'll buy a new bag for school just to get me excited about like the beginning of the semester. Normally I go to Marshall's and just like find something. But this year I was like, no, it's your senior year. Buy a bag, buy like a Boss bag that you love. It has the little Kate Spade thing, and it's just a 2-tone. The reason I really liked this especially is because her larger purses are typically very expensive. Ridiculously expensive, and this was still a larger tote bag that wasn't ridiculously expensive. Like it was on sale for a really good sale. Normally her sales are like, it's still like $150 for like a large bag, but I got this one for, again, I think it was like $57. So I was really excited about this find. I was really excited about hopping on that sale because the cute little thingy. I don't know what that's called. It's really, really cute, and it's also very messy in here, but it is huge. Like, it holds everything that I need. It holds like my iPad, my laptop, all of my textbooks, which are all on my iPad actually, but like my notebooks. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys that I bought, this is a big old hunker of a planner that I bought. Okay, so I'm the type of person who, like, I'll buy a planner because I'm like, I'm getting organized. And then I buy the planner and then I use it like 4 times, then I stop using it. But this year I've noticed that in the past year with doing YouTube, I've gotten a lot more organized. Like, I write everything down. I pretty much have a set plan of like when I'm gonna do everything, and that has been really instrumental in helping my channel grow and in helping me be able to balance school, personal life, you know, and doing this. So I decided that a planner might be a good idea, especially considering I am doing an internship this year for school. So I felt like having a place where I could write down everything I needed to do was the move. This just says life is beautiful, you know, and you open it up. And the big reason I liked this, let me show you one I didn't write in, but the big reason I liked this is because every week has these big hunks of space that you can write in, which I love, because I always feel like if I have just something like, if I have ones that the pages just look like this, where it's just like the calendar, I don't feel like I have enough space to actually write down what I need to write down. So I like that it has the actual like calendar in here, but there's also spaces for each individual week to have big spaces to write, because then I can write like internship this time to this time, homework assignment this due this day, like papers due this day, reading is due, and then I can also write over here, I've been using this side for more like YouTube. It can be like film this video and this video, and then it can be like this video needs to be uploaded at this time, like stuff like that. I've actually been using this a ton. I've had it for about 3 weeks, and I've been going strong with it. I've been using it. I've been trying to write stuff down. I've been really trying to get organized with this. I find that normally what I do is I'll put things in my calendar, like in my phone, or I'll put things in my calendar in my computer, and that does work. But I also think the act of like physically writing it down feels like kind of like a binding contract or something. I don't know. I would highly recommend people get planners because I think they're fun. It's helped me a lot, especially with having to balance a lot of different things. It's been really helpful. All right, now the makeup, which is what you're all here for. Hello. So the first thing I do want to talk about is there's one thing that's not here yet. And because of the hurricane that's happening in Florida right now, which is heartbreaking, it says that it's going to be really delayed, which is fine. Obviously, my package is not a priority in this moment, but it's not gonna be here for a while, so I am just gonna wait. So I didn't wanna like wait another 2 weeks before I could get that package to film this, because it was the only like one thing I was really waiting on to film this video. JD Glow had a huge sale on their Galaxy Shadows. They had their Galaxy Shadows set at 60% off, and if you know, I love the JD Glow Galaxy Shadows a lot. So I did get 2 shades. I will put them right up here. I didn't wanna go crazy and buy like a ton of them, just because they are kind of unique topper shades. They're not necessarily something I'm gonna grab for every single day, but they were 2 shades that I had been eyeing and looking at, so I did want to pick those up. So those are also included in this, and it was just because they were on sale. It was such a good deal. Next, this. Ooh. I went back and forth about this a lot leading up to its release. This is the ABH Norvina Volume 1 palette. The packaging gets dirty very easily, so that's fun. But this is the ABH Norvina palette. I debated getting this back and forth leading up to the launch of the palette, simply because I understood the criticisms and I agreed with a lot of the criticisms. Like, I didn't really understand why they were making such a, oh, I love it. Didn't understand why they were making such a big palette. I didn't really understand a lot of things. However, after I really looked at it, this is a very sort of unique palette to me. I felt like I didn't feel like I had anything crazy like this, especially the shimmer shades. I would say the most similar thing I have to this is my P. Louise Secret Sinner palette. It has similar shades to this, but that is an all matte palette. This has a ton of beautiful, cool shimmers in it that I love. So far, I have only used this palette once because I got it like literally 2 days ago. It's crazy because I ordered it the day it went up, like the day that it launched, I ordered it. But I didn't get it for like a week and a half. I feel like normally Anastasia's shipping is way faster, but I didn't get it for a while, which again is fine. It was just kind of weird. And I was kind of bummed because this is going to be Tutorial Tuesday this next week, but I do know that like everyone's already made reviews about it. So I don't know how well that's going to do, but I think this overall is a really beautiful palette just from what I've used so far. I did mostly like a pink and purple look, and for the Tutorial Tuesday, I would like to play with these more corally, yellow, orange, neon-y shades, because I feel like those are colors I haven't really seen people play with. I've seen people play with the pinks and purples, and they do perform well. I basically want to figure out if this is the typical Anastasia formula, because I couldn't really tell from using them. I wasn't immediately like, oh my god, this is soft glam formula. Like, I wasn't like that. I couldn't really tell. I liked the formula. I don't know if this is their standard formula though. So I'm gonna be doing some comparison stuff in Tutorial Tuesday, so if you wanna see that, this will be in that. I was at Lush with my mom, and she was picking up some things. She has like a Lush addiction now, thanks to Abby Williamson. She watches Abby Williamson and Kate the Great, and she like buys everything Lush because of them. So she is like an obsession now. But I saw this sleepy body lotion, and this little size was only like 10 bucks, and I think the big size, the like huge carton, was only $20, and I was like, oh, that's not like a terrible price for a lotion. And my mom had tried this before, and she said it lasts a really long time. Like, a little goes a long way. I don't know how much I would say a little goes a long way. Normally, like with my R&B, it does smell amazing though. It's like lavender, and like it is like very relaxing to put on. But I know with my R&B hair conditioner that like a little goes a long way. Like, you only need a little dollop and you're good to go. I don't know how much I believe this a little goes a long way with this. I've more been using this as a hand cream because I have found that it does really moisturize my hands. But as far as like a body lotion, I don't think it moisturizes my body very much. I think it really is more of like a hand cream for me, which is fine because, as I've talked about before, I have an obsession with having moisturized hands. So like, I'm good with this. But I don't know if I would necessarily go back and rebuy this. No, I don't think I would. I probably wouldn't rebuy this one, mostly because it isn't a body lotion, and also it's kind of expensive to not be like mind-blowingly amazing. It's probably the first Lush product that I've kind of been like, meh about, but it's still decent, and I'm gonna use it up for sure. Like, this will be an empty that I can return to Lush, which is always good. This is more of a skincare item. This is from Fourth Ray Beauty, which is ColourPop's skincare brand, and this is their turmeric face milk. I have been using this for I think a month now. I like this. Ever since I started using this, my face definitely has gotten softer and just felt more nourished, which I'm pretty sure was the point of this. You really don't need a lot to get it like on your face. You take the little, it's like a little dropper, and you just like squeeze this, and then you have this. You really only need the amount that's in the dropper to actually put on your face. I find that this stuff works. I wouldn't say it's been like a life-changing part of my skincare routine, but I think it's nice. And I also think it's good to, I wanted to find things from Fourth Ray that I like, because when they first came out, I got their whole little set, and I didn't really like anything from that first set. And I think Fourth Ray is cool because it's very affordable skincare that does seem to be pretty good for a lot of people. So this is something I did want to try. So this I bought during the Sephora sale, and I kind of am mad at myself for buying this because I've talked negatively about Huda Beauty doing this. I was very mad when Huda Beauty came out with the Rose Gold Remastered, mostly because I was bitter, because I had just bought the original Rose Gold palette right before they were like, it's going away forever, you have to buy it. And I never fall for that type of stuff, but I did with that palette. I fell for it and I bought it. And for a time, it was like one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, but then I realized it was bad. Like, wasn't good, especially having the other Huda Beauty palettes that came out after it. I have Desert Dusk and I have New Nude, and after having those palettes and seeing how good her formula is with those palettes, I grew to kind of really dislike my Rose Gold palette. It was not my favorite. And in a recent like kind of moment of annoyance, I got rid of that palette, and then I saw that this, the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered, was on sale. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. It's freaking stunning, okay? It's beautiful. Like, it's so, so beautiful. These shimmer shades are just like so freaking metallic and foiled and beautiful. Like, are you kidding me? Do you see that shine? These are stunning. Like, I'm so happy I bought this at the price that I bought it for, because I honestly feel like I got a steal with this palette. Like, I honestly feel like getting it, I think I paid like $24 for it. Getting it at this price was a steal. And the only reason I got rid of the other palette was because I didn't really like the formula. I loved the colors. The color story of this has always just spoken to me. I mean, it's freaking gorgeous. It's like me colors, you know, like the rose golds and the pinks and the reds. Like, I love this type of color story, but because I didn't love the formula, I never reached for my rose gold palette. So I am happy I have this. It is really pretty. Huda is still in a weird middle place with me with what she's done, but this is a beautiful, beautiful palette, and the formula is stunning. It's like been my go-to palette for like everyday looks because it's so pretty. So the next thing I bought is from Beauty Bakery, and this was again on sale at Ulta. I'll show you what I was buying. I was buying a rebuy of the Clinique Take the Day Off because it was half off for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. This is a rebuy. I love this stuff, okay? If you haven't tried the Clinique Take the Day Off and you're looking for something that's like a bomb, like this is the best thing I've completely pretty much stopped using makeup remover wipes except to like wipe off swatches like I did just now. Pretty much stopped using them because I use this every single night. This is one of the best things I have ever used in my entire life to take my makeup off, and I wish I had bought more while they were on sale because I feel like a fool for only buying one, but this is amazing. So love that. That was a rebuy. This was kind of an impulse buy. I've seen this before and I thought it was really pretty. This is the Cotton Candy Champagne Blush Lighter palette from Beauty Bakery. I hate this. I just think it's like fuzz. I really just want to rip it off. I freaking hate that. However, the palette on the inside is really, really, really pretty. It looks like this. It definitely is meant for more deeper skin tones. However, I used these two already and they work really, really well for my skin tone. I also think these two would work for more kind of like deeper colored blushes on me, and these also could be highlighters for deeper skin tones. I think they did a pretty good job. I'll swatch these two as well so you can kind of see. I think they did a really good job where this could be used for a bunch of different skin tones, but it was definitely made for deeper skin tones, which I think is fantastic. Beauty Bakery is kind of an interesting brand for me because I want to support them a lot more, but they don't come out with a lot of things that I like think are amazing. So I wanted to try this out because I've heard really good things about this, and I used this as a highlighter in a video the other day, and I got tons of comments asking me what highlight I was wearing. So I think this is so far what I've used of it really pretty. I wish they had just not done this. This is so annoying. These ones I bought because I have no willpower. So this is the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. I actually bought this when I bought the Rose Gold Remastered palette from Huda. This was the other purchase I made with that because it was the 20% off sale. So on top of the Huda palette being on sale already, it was also 20% off, and this was new and it was 20% off. This is Benefit's Cookie. I bought this because of Teresa is Dead, and that's 100% the tea. I just know that she has talked about it a ton, and she talked about when it comes out in a single, you have to buy it. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So I bought it, and this is literally Facetune in real life. Like that's what this feels like for me. This is, it feels like Facetune. I put it on and I feel Facetuned. I feel like I look amazing. This has also been a really good highlight to wear at my internship because while it is blinding and beautiful, like I said, it gives you a very like Facetuned effect. So even when I'm wearing less makeup, I know I can put this on and it'll give my cheeks that kind of natural glow that everyone aspires for. This is amazing, okay? This is so good. I don't really like Benefit and I don't really like any of their products. This is the first product I tried from Benefit that I have been like, wow, amazing. So this is 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's amazing. The other highlighters I got were, I did pick up this Marc Jacobs highlighter. I feel like, okay, so I do feel like I picked this up because I did want it, right? Because I did want this. I thought the packaging was really beautiful and I also thought the color was super, super pretty and unique. However, I do think I'd be lying if I said part of me didn't buy this because I was low-key being a completionist because I have the two other Marc Jacobs Illuminizers. I feel like I low-key did, but I don't have any regrets. I really, really like this. It's a really stunning, beautiful glow. It's the same formula as the other two Illuminizers, which I love. So I don't have any regrets about this, but I think next time an Illuminizer comes out, I need to be critical of like, do I absolutely 100% need this, or am I just buying it because it's pretty and sparkly and I'm trying to complete my Marc Jacobs Illuminizer collection? I don't know. So I did buy that. And then the final highlighter I did end up buying, I talked myself out of this in a yes or pass video. I literally talked myself out of buying this, and then I went in store and swatched it, and I just lost all of my ability to be like, no, because it's so pretty. This is the Milk Flex highlighter. I did get this shade Lit, so it does look like this. It's so beautiful. I have, honestly, I don't regret it. It's so pretty. It's so like, just, are you kidding? It's so pretty. It's so just like reflective and wet looking. It reminds me almost of the Juvia's Place highlighters, except a little bit more sparkle. Like it is a sparkly highlighter. So if you don't like sparkly highlighters, I wouldn't buy this. It definitely has a lot of sparkle to it, but it is so freaking pretty. And I love sparkly highlighters. Oh my God. I've been loving this. This has been, I don't regret it. I don't. Say what you will about me. I felt like I really could use it, so I bought it, okay? So this next item was also sent to me via Octoly, and it is from Clarins. Clarins is slowly becoming a brand that I'm like very interested in. I used to think they didn't have anything super interesting, but ever since trying their lip oils, I've been very interested in trying other things from them. So they did send me over this blush. This is an 01 Cheeky Baby. I hate the name, but I like the blush. The blush itself, it comes in, the packaging first of all is really cute. Just aesthetically really pleasing and adorable. And then you open it up and this is the blush color. It's a very like baby pink, very like light color. I'm actually wearing it on my cheeks today. I don't know if you can really pick it up on the camera because of all the lights, but this is a really pretty blush. It's not like the most amazing formula I've ever tried. I'm not like, wow, but I do like it a lot. And I think the color is really, really pretty and a little bit different from other blushes I have because it's a little bit more of a brighter pink. It is very buildable, which I love. I hate blushes that are overly pigmented because it's just so difficult to use them. This is very, very easy to work with because it is so buildable. And while you get a lot of pigment, it's not like a crazy amount. You can sheer it out, you can build it up, you can do all of those things. So overall, I've really liked this blush from Clarins. It's been really good. No complaints from me. I'm gonna talk about these two together because I bought these together. So this I did have, with my points, I don't remember how many points I had to use for it. I have a ton of Sephora points though, and they never get used because all the stuff you can buy with the points is garbage. But I happened to be on one time when you could buy $25 gift card for, I think it was like 500 to 750 points. And I bought it immediately. I was like, oh, I can actually use my points for real money? Like sign me up. So I bought it and then I had that gift card and then I bought these two things with it basically. This is the Fenty Beauty brow pencil. I got mine in the shade medium brown. I used it on my eyebrows today and I do think it's going to be like a good shade for me. The thing that is most interesting to me and the biggest reason I wanted to try this, because I have brow pencils. This is the little like spoolie thing they give you. It's kind of like a little, it's weird. I used it today and there's like definitely gonna be a learning curve with this product because the brush is weird. I can't decide if I think it's genius or if I hate it. Like I literally can't decide if I think this is so much better than a spoolie or just kind of like so-so. I can't decide. But the product itself, like the actual brow pencil, I have to use a light hand with this because I used it very lightly and the amount of pigment that came off of this pencil was intense. So if you're heavy-handed with your brows, I wouldn't recommend this. However, if you like something like that, I mean, first use, I liked it. So this is another thing I got was the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. I had a concealer from Benefit a while back that was one of their Boing concealers that was in a pot, and I freaking loved that concealer. It was so good. I actually finished it. Like I completely hit pan, finished it, had to get rid of it because it got bad. But this is their new concealer, I guess. First of all, the shade range on this is just trash. I am the #1 shade. I am shade 1, okay? And I don't have a very fair complexion. So I don't think this would work on anyone that is fairer than I am, #1, because it was like a perfect match for me and I am not very pale. Product itself, good. Like it's good. I like it. It's not, I just used it for the first time today. So I'd have to give it more of like a wear test, but I did want to include this because I did buy it. But I haven't like formed my opinions because I just used it today, if that makes sense. I've only bought 2 foundations in the last 3 months, which honestly, I think considering the amount of insane foundations that have been coming out, I feel proud of that. The first one I bought is obviously the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. People were like dragging me because they were like,
you said you don't like dewy foundations and you said you're gonna get the Anastasia one, but you're not gonna get the Fenty one.
Here's the tea.
When I saw the pictures of the Anastasia foundation, it truly is luminous. It's not dewy, it's luminous. So to me, there's a difference. Dewy is like you look wet, you look sweaty, and that's like the look everyone's going for, which is fine. That's not the look that I think I look best in. Luminous, however, is more of just kind of like a brightening effect, and that's why I decided to pick this up instead. I just thought that this would be a better fit for me, and I also saw in pictures that it looked like it would be able to somewhat mattify with powder, and I use powder every single day. Honestly, this is the best foundation I've tried all year, hands down. I've had it for a few weeks now, and I've used it consistently. I'm wearing it today. Best foundation I have tried all year. It's amazing. The wear time is fantastic. It has a beautiful amount of coverage. It's just so perfect. I love it. I'm in the shade 210 Neutral, if you were wondering. I love this, like a lot. This, I'm gonna rebuy this, like 100%. I'm honestly, I thought maybe it wouldn't be that good because it was their first kind of shot at doing a real foundation that wasn't the foundation stick that they had, and that foundation stick was terrible. So I had kind of low expectations for this. Literally my favorite foundation of the entire year. So good, love it. The next foundation I bought is more recent. This is the Milk Makeup Flex Foundation in the shade Light. The packaging is really cute, minimalistic, and white, and then you pop this open, and then you just kind of do what a stick foundation does. I don't know why I'm showing you, but I do like this foundation. I haven't had a chance to fully use it yet. I do find that with this foundation, and I don't know if this is just because of how my skin is right now, my skin changes every day. So I don't really know what the tea is because I've only used it a couple times, but I have found that in places where I have a little bit more acne and my skin is a little bit more dry, it sticks to those dry patches and doesn't blend as well as other parts of my face. So specifically around my chin, I have a lot of acne and a lot of dryness, and I found that this kind of sticks to that instead of blending seamlessly into it, kind of sticks to the more flakier parts of your face, which I don't love. However, I have used this a few times and I do like it a lot. I would say out of the foundation sticks I have right now, it does rank sort of mid-tier compared to the other ones I have. But again, I haven't used it as much, so I would like to use this more before I give like a full opinion. But I can't like rave about it like I raved about the Anastasia one, because that one is like, I tried it for the first time and I knew I was in love. Whereas this one I gotta play with a little bit more to see kind of how to work with it to make it work for me, if that makes sense. So this is the final thing I got in Octoly this month, and this is the Sugar Rose Fresh Lip Balm. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I hate this. This is so raved about, and I, for the life of me, don't know why. For some reason, I thought it smelled like roses. It's the Rose Lip Balm. It doesn't. It smells like baby powder to me. It feels gross on my lips. It doesn't moisturize my lips at all. I've been using the Glossier BirthdayBalm.com lip balm like religiously, and that has been so, so good. So when I switched over to this to test it out, I was like, my lips were dry. Like, they didn't moisturize my lips at all. It smells bad. It feels weird to apply because it's a very like waxy texture. Like, it feels like wax. That's the best way. It kind of feels like you're rubbing a candle on your lips. I actually absolutely hate this. And I'm sorry to Fresh Beauty because I've tried your lip scrub and I really liked it, but this was trash. Like, I don't know how so many people rave about this, and it's expensive. It's like $20, I'm pretty sure, $18, something like that. No, I would never buy this again. I probably won't even finish this. I'll probably like send it to my sister or my mom and see if they want to try it out, but like I hated that one. The final two things that I bought, I do have this bronzer from Huda Beauty. This is kind of a product she came out with a little while ago. This is it's called the Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. I have it in the shade Fair, which is the lightest shade. I bought this because my friend Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, that's kind of a long story, but I let her borrow my Chanel bronzer when I was at her house, and she fell in love with it, as she should. It's amazing. And so she was on the lookout for like a dupe, and she found that these were a really good dupe. I decided to buy one to test this out for myself because if I could save myself next time from spending $50, I will. I don't think this is a dupe for the Chanel cream bronzers. I've had that Chanel cream bronzer for a very long time, and I've been using it a lot for a very long time, and I do not think this is a dupe. However, I do think, you can see it's got quite a bit of use in it. While I don't think it's a dupe, I do think it's a very good cream bronzer, and I have been using it quite a bit. It is different from the Chanel bronzer. I would say the Chanel bronzer is kind of like a cream to powder, whereas this is kind of a pure cream contour. It is a cream contour. This is a lot more pigmented than the Chanel bronzer, which I actually have a love-hate with, because while I like that I'm using less product, if I use too much, I look nuts. Whereas the Chanel bronzer, it builds up really nicely. This doesn't really give you a chance to build up because it's just like, bam, here's the pigment. I do like it, but I don't think it's a dupe for the Chanel. Norvina took all of my money the past couple months. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder. I was really not going to buy this, just because I wanted to wait on reviews. I have quite a few setting powders, but I did just go through and declutter a lot of them. And then I went to Sephora, and the woman, I was looking at this and I was kind of like touching it and just seeing like what the tea was. And the woman at Sephora came up to me and she was like, I'm not gonna lie. She was like, I use this on all of my clients who come into Sephora, and it looks beautiful. Like it looks stunning. It goes well with any foundation. It's amazing. And I was like, I love Anastasia. I'm sold. So I did pick this up, and honestly, it's really good. It's really good. I've been using it every day since I bought it. it under my eyes, and it's really good. That's like the most thing I can say about it. I'm not entirely sure yet if this could be considered like my favorite holy grail, only because I've only had it for 2 or so weeks, so I haven't gotten a full chance to use it. What I have used of it, I love. It has a really nice lasting time. It makes my under eyes look really, really beautiful and set. It doesn't crinkle into my crinkles, if that makes sense. It kind of like sets into them and fills them in instead of like sinking into them and making me look more crinkly. Overall, I think this has been really good and I've really been enjoying this. So Anastasia does it again. I'm just kind of an Anastasia stan at this point. I just love them. So that is it from me, you guys. I'm sorry if this video was so long and dramatic, but I did want to tell you guys what I've bought recently and what I've been liking and what I've not been liking. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything that I'm wearing on my face today, along with all of the things I mentioned, as long as I can like find them. All of the makeup will be linked down below, along with a link to register to vote. That's right, you heard it here first. You can go click on that link and you can register to vote to be an active member in our democracy in your local, state, and federal elections. It is very, very important. So if you're not registered yet, please make sure you go do so. And if you don't live in the United States and that link is not applicable to you, make sure you're knowing what's going on in your country. Make sure you're using your voice in a positive way and making sure your voice is heard in whatever type of government you have. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!